Hey folks, this is going to be a tutorial on how to play Für Elise by Ludwig van Beethoven. And we had a friend that supplied us with a pretty nice ukulele tab write-up. I'm going to attempt to show you that right now. And this write-up is pretty simple. It gives you the tabs and it gives you the regular staff and it gives you the chords. So here's the tabs. But one of the things that it does do is it pretty much uses an awful lot of, single note all the way through. And of course, an accompaniment could play the chords, but it doesn't show you how to necessarily put those together. One of the things that I've changed is instead of jumping all the way from the 7th fret to the 2nd fret, I've done some modifications to this and have complicated it with chord additions, etc., etc. However, just to begin with, if you would like to get this information at www.capotastomusic.com, capotastomusic.com, you can find this tab and download it, and then you'll have it yourself. It was done by Peter Evanson, and it's as good as you might care to have, even though I've expanded on it. If you just do this, hey, that's cool. Now, if you would like to go a little bit farther, you can take a look at this ugly thing, which is exactly the same thing as this, only plus. What you'll note is, as well, it's got the tab, and then it's got the staff. Now, tab tells you the string. This is the A string, C string, A string, E string, C string, and G string. I always go the other direction. And it tells you the fret to play on. But what it doesn't tell you is the fingers to use. And that's what I am spelling out up here. These are finger. This is the fret you're going to put your finger on, and this is the finger you're going to use. You can forget all of this stuff unless you're a pianist and know what you're doing with it, then that's fine. But in a sense, we're going to follow the string, the fret, and the finger. Okay, so one of the things that Peter Edvinson didn't do, he used the 2nd fret of the 1st string here. That was a long reach from here to the 2nd fret, so I just jumped it down from the 7th fret to the 7th fret, but changed strings. Minor difference. Okay, but here's where it starts to get funky. We have an A minor chord. So now you want to play some notes within the A minor chord, which this 5th fret and 4th fret are going to do, as well as this 1st fret begins the A minor and goes on through here and goes on through here. Now, I'll give you a better detail of that in a second. Just know that we've got A minors, E7s, and G7s that are totally different than, well, and even a C, totally different than what you're going to be familiar with, because we're going to be playing them up the fretboard. Okay, let's get, if you don't have this PDF, I have sent it to you. If you're not on the list and you know somebody that it is, get it from them or have them send me your address and I'll get it to you. Hold on just a sec. So to keep going on that thought, you remember way back when we did another song, I brought up all these different fingerings for A minor. This is for a fretboard that doesn't have dots on the third fret. This is for a ukulele fretboard that does have dot, third fret, fifth fret, seventh fret, and 10th fret. Okay, so whether yours does or doesn't, this just is a cheat sheet. The fingering's the same. Here's our old-fashioned, just with open, and this is the one that we're going to play. And then we're going to add, this is the full A minor. So at the beginning, we're going to play this part of that A minor on the third fret, fourth fret, and fifth fret. Later we'll play this A minor, which is then on the, let's see, third fret. Come in. Third fret, fifth fret, fourth fret. I hope I said that. This one is fifth fret, fourth fret, fifth fret. The other half of the full A minor that would be this. So this is the full A minor. We cut off the fourth string on the one and we cut off the first string on the other. Still an A minor. Okay. So just to confuse you on those A minors, this is our standard A minor. This is another A minor. And there is actually a third A minor that we touched on when we played a different song, another song. This is the A minor we're going to use. I'm going to call it the third position because it's the third fret. But we're not going to play all four strings. We're going to play the first three strings, third fret, fifth fret, fourth fret for the one A minor, and then later we're going to come down here on the fourth, third, and second string and play the lower end of that same A minor shape. So to go along with that E7, you know, normally we're playing this finger placement with first finger on the fourth and the first fret, second finger on the third string, second fret, open second string, third finger on the second fret of the first string. But there's another E7. If you remember, here is A open, C, D, and this is the note E. And there's a E7 related to that by barring the whole thing on the 7th fret and adding your 2nd finger to the 3rd string on the 8th fret. We're not going to do that whole one. As I said, we're just going to take these bottom strings. So we're going to take our 1st finger on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and the 2nd finger jump up to the 2nd string, 7th fret, adding the 3rd finger to the 3rd string up on the 8th fret. So it's like a G chord fingering format. We're just doing it up here on the 7th and 8th fret. So if I add this, it becomes an E. This 7th's it. And now we'll go back to the sheet, but back up a little bit. We talked about A minor. Okay, sure. Here's our normal A minor, right? Well, we've got a bunch of A minors or a few other A minors. And now if you think of G minor, everybody knows G minor. A full G minor is to bring a finger down here to the 4th string. If you bring this up 1/2 step, that's a G sharp minor, and the next is an A minor. Do your alphabet. Okay, so this is a full A minor with the 3rd fret. I'm going to do the easy here. 5th fret, the 2nd string, and 4th fret of the 3rd string. We're going to play this one. And later in the song, we're going to add this one that's down here, but we're going to take away this one. So rather than having to do this hard fingering, we're going to do this fingering, and then we're going to do this fingering. This is still an A minor. So now 5th fret, using the 2nd finger on the 4th string, 3rd string, 4th fret, 1st finger, back to 5th fret, up on the 2nd string, and 3rd finger. Same fingering you would play a G7. When you're playing here, just take it down, only take it up the fretboard and down the strings. So you're on 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. And now if you think about it, the reason this works is this is a A minor. That is an F sharp minor. Remember? G sharp, A minor, okay, so what we're going to do with this song is change our fingering around to add chords and make it a prettier song. Now in this write-up of For Elise, there's one more chord that I want to kind of bring you home to, and that's this G7. It's going to be, again, a different fingering than what you're used to. There, get the focus right. This G7 is going to be, I'm going to again call it the, I believe this is 3rd position, because I'll show you on the ukulele the full setup. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be using the 5 fret, 3 fret, and 5 fret on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string. But we're going to use this finger pattern here. third finger on the first string, hold steady. First finger on the second string and second string and second finger on the third string, but this finger, this third string and first string are going to be on the 5th fret. Okay, so here's a show of it. So we skip a fret in between the 3rd to the 5th. We skip the 4th fret. If you wanted to play the full G7 there, down on the 4th string, you would use the 4th fret with this fingering. This is modified, so we're making it easier on you and just playing the top 3 high strings. 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string. Okay, let me give you a description on the ukulele. Now normally, if we're playing a G7, we're just playing it down here. Everybody's familiar with this G7. But this is a little bit fuller G7 if you play it up on 3rd, 4th, and 5th fret. Whoops. 4, 5, 3, and 5 again. We're not going to play the whole thing. We're going to break it down, easing up the fingers, and just play the 5th and the 5th, and in between we're going to go to the 3rd with the 1st finger on the 3rd fret. And now you can play the 4th string because all you're doing is repeating a G, 4th string. It's called a G7 no 3, I believe, but that's not important. No 3rd. Still a G7. Nice sound, but it's going to come in useful in the song, and I'll show you that here in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go through for Elise at my pace, at speed, whatever. My timing will be a little bit different than what's written or what, Beethoven asked for, because I like to pause different places. But anyway, I'll go through it at speed, and then we'll bring it back and break it down. Yeah, I added that last part, but that's okay. Okay, breaking it down. So our first part. this A minor. Oops. And now we're going to come up to, this is an E7. Sets us up for that. Back to the A minor. First note then. That sets us up for the next, that's an A minor, sets us up with this same fingering over to here, just a very minor adjustment. It's the E7. Slide up with the third finger. C, use this finger. This is setting us up for this G7. Slide up to the A minor. To the finish. And this is just walk up your dots to the 12th fret bar, but put your finger on the 9th fret for the 4th string, and that's an A minor. It's a pretty one.